Welcome to another Siege World War II update video. Once again, we're eager to bring you a new update as we continue to expand your battlefield options. In this video, we'll be showcasing a new card, prestige tier reset changes, new challenges, as well as some exciting balance changes we believe will enhance the tactical gameplay of Siege World War II. First up, coming out of the prestige tier preview status and into the general release, we've got the Mechanic. Covered in previous updates, the Mechanic is a 2-cost common troop card now available in Tier 6. New for this season, the War Hero enters the exclusivity of Prestige Tier Preview. The War Hero is a 4-cost heroic tactics card. When played, this high-health lone wolf parachutes into battle at the selected location. Once on his feet, the hero is a capable fighter who uses multiple weapons against different target types. Against other infantry, he'll mow them down with machine gun line damage. Against buildings, he'll bust out the flamethrower, quickly turning them into ash. And against tanks, he'll hurl grenades, causing considerable explosive area damage. Like some of the other infantry, the War Hero will enter and defend capture points from imminent threats. Uniquely, however, if he doesn't see any action for 10 seconds, he'll exit the capture point and continue to press the front line. But what makes the War Hero especially potent is his rank up special ability that grants him 25% bonus damage for every 15 seconds he survives on the battlefield, up to 100%. This season we're enhancing the way players can climb the prestige ladder. At the end of a season, instead of dropping to a specific victory point total based on your current prestige tier, players will now always drop 3 tiers instead, backstopping at Guardian 3. This will give dedicated players more opportunity to climb the ladder into the Conqueror and Legend tiers in subsequent seasons, and this will help improve the matchmaking in these tiers over time. We've implemented a ton of new challenge types which will become available as the coming weeks and seasons progress, such as the new Lightning Challenge where all units have doubled attack and movement speed. Additionally, combo challenges will become available where 2 challenge types are combined into one. This update also introduces many important balance enhancements. We are always looking to promote more exciting battles while amplifying the tactical depth of the game. First up, given their ability to take capture points anywhere on the map, paratroopers were a little too effective for a 2-cost card. We've decreased the number of paratroopers spawned to make it more difficult for them to overtake fortified positions. Previously, the overall damage of white phosphorus made it far too strong, so we've reduced the burn's damage and duration. This will cause it to be a bit weaker and decrease the amount of time infantry units panic before dying. We're making all mines easier to destroy with area tactics this season by decreasing their health a bit. This should promote more high-skill counterplay. The binary effects of Last Stand were too difficult to properly balance against other tactics in the game, so we've added a maximum amount of damage it can prevent before units affected by it can die. A new health bar will appear when Last Stand is triggered that displays the additional protection. This change will prevent players from creating builds that rely solely on maxing out levels on a single unit type and using it in combination with Last Stand to achieve victory. Previously, the anti-armor rounds and ammo box buff effect were both represented by a circle. The anti-armor rounds buff will now be represented by a triangle to differentiate the two. In Season 4, we increased the base health of all tanks by 10%. Over the last 4 seasons, we have observed a lot of tank spamming in the early tiers, so we are reducing the health increase to 5%. Additionally, we're decreasing the tank destroyer's damage to stay in balance with this change. To grant the super heavy tank more of a heroic impact in combat, we're increasing the splash damage on both guns and accelerating its movement speed a little. Snipers will now be more effective at taking out high-value targets like the radio operators and commandos by prioritizing its attack against the highest max health target of enemy infantry in range. We felt the flamethrower's primary goal of incinerating buildings was being inhibited by entering capture points. Like the shotgunner, flamethrowers will now push the front line, reaching bunkers and other buildings faster for maximal damage. Shotgunners would often run into problems fighting other shotgunners where the first group to shoot would snowball the other group due to the high knockback and long stun. Additionally, shotgunners would stun lock enemies in capture points. We've reduced their knockback and stun duration, which should reduce these issues. Finally, we've added capture point occupant icons for units when inside capture points, so you can tell what type of units occupy the structure. Aside from these highlights, we have several other balance changes we believe will enhance the game experience in this update. You can take a look at the specifics in our blog post linked in the description. There's also a link to our Discord where you can discuss this update with other players. Thanks for joining us, and subscribe to our channel for more news and updates on all things Siege World War II.